My recent calls sometimes are like, Mom, Dad, Ghostface.
Hey, yo, Eeze.
Can you start from the beginning up until the present moment, the process of getting that placement and how things are working themselves out now?
Yeah, no, I'm really glad you asked this. This happened to me about a year ago. I got put out a message from Ghostface directly, a private message, just asking about beats and saying like he really liked my sound, and it's perspired since then. I actually just found out about Nas a couple weeks ago. Working with Ghost's manager Wiggs, shout out Wiggs. He's been nothing but great. The entire team has been awesome, very transparent, which is great. The process has been very easy. Even though at first when you hear about it, you think it's going to be very overwhelming, they made the process very easy. But it's all been direct contact, man. It's crazy because, having Ghost's number now and his manager Wiggs and stuff like that, we've just been in constant contact for the past year almost. And it's worked its way where it got picked up. I think in that process, then Ghost, signed his contract, solidified it with Mass Appeal. And I just found out about this like a month ago that this was going to be the single for the record on Mass Appeal. So it's all been fairly organic. It's nothing like everybody. I see a lot of comments I've been reading that are like, how did you shop it to them? I didn't shop it to them. They found me. Wiggs, Ghost found me and liked my sound, and they have a bunch now. So they picked that beat. He was really feeling it. I mean, to be honest with you, the fact that it became the single is just, I have no words, man. You know what I mean? I would be doing this regardless if I would ever get a placement. So to get a placement like that is just extremely humbling to me. It's insane because I've been listening to those guys for as long as everybody else has, so it's crazy. But the process is not as hard or long as anyone has thought. Like it's weird, man. My recent calls sometimes are like, Mom, Dad, Ghostface. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. We've been in contact for a year. He's a really cool cat, and I'm grateful he believed in me enough to like put me on. And you know what I mean? Because I've been seeing a lot of like a couple people hating on the beat out there, and it's just like, music's subjective and stuff like that. But the fact that these guys picked it,
yes,
you know what I mean? That just says it all for me. You could say whatever you want to me, man. It's not going to bother me or stop me. But like, they also they picked this. So it's just like they liked it. And, the social media is a blessing in disguise when you're a creative. So I tell people all the time, don't ever stop, because there's going to be one time where someone hears just one song that you put out and they're like, let me talk to this guy. And it's very easy. So it's been super organic. Mass Appeal's been great. It's just, but the process has been long. I had to keep my mouth shut since last July. So I only told a couple friends. And, at first I was just like, is this real? You know what I mean? Because you think at first when you get that message, you're like, is this like a fake account? But it's been nothing but love. So, you know what I mean? We're in direct contact now. So it's great. It's great. Super organic.
Gotcha, man. So you said he reached out to you, right? How did he discover you? Was it through your Instagram page, which you have an array of different beats up there? Was it from a SoundCloud? How did he find you and contact you?
Instagram, direct message. I had a video. Now listen, I've had my Instagram for probably 10 years. I never used to have it for that. I strictly used it just to like show what I do, just basically set up a camera and just, here's a minute of what I've been doing all day. You know what I mean? Just nothing fancy or anything like that. So he direct messaged me, DM'd me on Instagram after one of my videos last year went viral. One of these beats that I put up with another guy on drums, Kelsey, who's crazy dope producer. I put up a video, and then like a week later, my Instagram was just going crazy, man. It was overwhelming. Just a lot of messages, a lot of views, crazy. It like hit like 10,000 in like a week of like, I was just like, okay, this is crazy. And then next thing I know, I'm getting hit up by a couple big wigs. So that perspired into this. You know what I mean? He just kept sending me ideas, you know, I like this beat, shoot me this beat over. I like this beat, shoot me this beat over. And in my head, I'm like, all right, he must be just, you know, building up for something. But it all started from there. So it was like there. And then, you know, I knew it was a real thing when I started directly talking to him, you know, on the phone, like chatting. You know, he was a busy guy because at the time he was on that tour with Nas.
New York State of Mind, right?
Yeah. That's the tour. Yeah. So he was on it for them. So we were just flipping flop. Whenever he was back in New York, you know, he called me, you know, send me some beats, blah, blah, blah. Send me, oh, I like this one on my page. So that's getting back to what I'm saying before. It's like, I tell, just post what you want on your page, because you never know like who's gonna like it. Like, do not think twice about like if who cares if people like it or not. There's gonna be someone out there that's just like, you know, I mess with this guy, I like him. So, and that's all that happened, man. My Instagram blew up, and then I started getting messages from like big guys because I think my reach just went further. So I was just like, it was just like my brother was saying to me. It's like there was this like glass ceiling over my head for a very long time, and I finally like cracked it a little bit. So that's how it happened. Nothing like crazy.
Hey, yo, Eeze.